If you're looking to buy a Profoto Strobe, you might notice that they have a ton of different models with different letters, different numbers, different form factors. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you through the different options and help you figure out which ones might be right for you. Hey everybody, Lindsay Adler here. As a portrait and fashion photographer, I need gear that keeps up with the way that I shoot, and that's one of the reasons I shoot Profoto. I have been doing so for years and years. Now, when I first started, there weren't that many different lights to choose from, but now there are so many different options. And if you're unfamiliar, it might get a little confusing. So today I want to help you out with that, especially if you're looking to invest in your first strobe or add to your kit. So there are basically three main categories of strobes. The first one is meant to operate fundamentally in the studio. Next is a category that is battery operated. And finally, they have their smaller strobes that act a little bit more like speed lights. So what we're gonna do is we're going to look at each of these categories and explain the different models that are out there now and the differences between them. First, let's start with our Profoto D series, which are the studio strobes. Now I have two options here, which are the newest in the Profoto lineup. We have the Pro D3 and the D30. So let's look at the difference between the two. Now over here with the Pro D3, this is the flagship strobe. This is the top of the line. So if you want the best of the specs, this is going to be what you choose. It has faster recycle times. It has faster flash durations. Plus it's going to be more powerful. There is a 750 watt option and a 1250 watt option. Now, when you get all of these capabilities and specifications, of course, it's going to cost you more. So Profoto also has the D30. It's not going to quite reach the capabilities that you get with this flagship strobe, but it's still great flash duration. It's only 500 watts, but that's still more than enough power for most photographers. And so this is going to be your budget option, but again, you still get the quality that you expect from a Profoto strobe. The next strobes we're going to take a look at are the B series Profoto strobes, B standing for battery. So these are going to be more likely your location strobes. Now what's nice about these is even though they're battery operated for location, they can actually plug in so you can use them in the studio. Now over here we have our B30 and B20. What's nice about these is that they're compact, they're lightweight, they also have a nice build to them. But what's the difference? Now, if you need more power output, you're going to pick the B30. This is a 500 watt strobe. But if it's more important to you to have something a little bit more compact, lighter weight, something smaller to carry with you, then maybe you go with the B20. This is 250 watts. All right, so what are we looking at over here? Over here we have the Pro B3. So you already know that Pro means it's going to be the highest specifications. This is 750 watts. So if you need a lot of power and you don't care about it being larger, a little bit heavier, then this is going to be your choice. And of course, because it is the Pro series of the battery operated lights, it's going to have the faster recycle times, the faster flash durations, all of those higher end specs. Now, for me personally, when I'm going out and I'm shooting in the middle of the day or through bigger modifiers and I need that additional output, then I'm okay with going with the larger form factor. But for my everyday shooting, if I need something that's a little bit more portable, then probably the B30 or B20 are going to be the right choice. Now, I did want to make another note about these two. All of the strobes we're talking about today are LED modeling lights, which is really nice because they're efficient, they're cool. But for these two in particular, they are bicolor, which is quite nice, which means you can turn them down to be really, really warm, or you can make them cool, which allows you to balance with ambient light if you wanted to treat these as continuous lights. Furthermore, the LED lights, because they're brighter, they're going to act as strong modeling lights on location. In fact, these are the newest in the battery operated line, and what's really nice about these is they have a much brighter LED modeling light than previous versions. So as you look at these differences, what's important to you? Power or portability? And last but not least, we have our A series of Profoto strobes. And as you can tell, these are all about portability. They are so lightweight, they're so small, and so this is why many photographers choose these if they shoot events or weddings. In fact, this is kind of the merger of the world between speedlight and strobe. Now the A10, as you can tell, has the look and feel of a speedlight, whereas the A2 is a little bit more like a mini strobe. Now what's nice about both of these is that they actually use different modifier mounts, which allows them to have more compact and lightweight modifiers. So far, all of the strobes that we have looked at today have used the traditional Profoto mount, but these use the Profoto click. What's nice about the click is that it goes on just in a snap, and furthermore, the modifiers they make for these, the entire purpose is being lightweight and portable. Both of these lights are 100 watts, so you're definitely not getting as much power as the other strobes we've looked at today, but with that trade-off, you get extreme portability. One of the reasons I love Profoto is because they're constantly innovating and improving their gear. And that's why there are so many different tools in the lineup. But just keep in mind what I covered today. The D series is for use in the studio. The B series is battery operated, and the A series is all about portability. And if you see Pro in the name, it means it's a flagship strobe, meaning that it's going to have the highest specifications and the highest quality possible. So as you look at all these different options, you need to consider what's right for how you shoot. Maybe you only shoot in the studio and the D series is going to be the right choice for you. Maybe you like to go on location but have a little bit more output and the option to shoot in the studio, then you may choose the battery operated B series. But if it is all about portability, then the A series is going to be the right choice. So I've covered a lot of different gear here today. So of course, if you want to see it, you can check out the links in the description below. And of course, when you make your purchase, visit Adorama.com. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time.